We packing somebody up tonight. Hey. Come on in, take your shoes off before we close the door. A few rules, heat packing the air, we about to blow. This the basement, ain't nobody safe, you already know. Grab a seat and kick your feet before you get too comfortable. You want the X's and the O's, the Trey, yes and no, friends and the foes, the Butlers and the Herro. You can feel it in your soul, but when the ring is the goal. But if somebody need to go, we be sure to let you know. Going hard for my dogs is an everyday thing, like Jimmy down the lane of 13 off the screen. Whole squad keep it tucked like number 17. Bring your takes and your memes, going hard for the team. Going down in the basement. It's going down in the basement. Get your takes off. Get your takes off. Going down in the basement.
Yeah. Welcome to the basement. Justin, what are you doing up here? Welcome to the Basement Sports Network Postgame Show. I'm your host, Rozier A. Shepherd, and joining me today is my boy, Real Hoop Talk, a.k.a. Stone. How you doing this evening?
You know, Real Hoop Talk here. I'm doing amazing. Another Miami Heat adventure. Feels the same like the last 500 of them that I've been on, but, you know, what more can I ask for? Beautiful day.
Look at this. We're getting quotes. Bam is expendable. I guess he is. You know what I mean? We saw some things tonight that we're going to talk about. Well, overarching, Miami Heat lost tonight versus the Indiana Pacers, 128-115. This game did not inspire much confidence at all. Like, I don't think this is a total team loss. So you're not gonna pin it on any one person, but specifically, you had breakdowns across the board defensively. You say, what did we just witness? Don't worry, I'm about to tell you. You saw breakdowns across the board defensively. You saw Miami switch up their defensive schemes and try switching everything, and that got them torched by Tyrese Halliburton. And you just saw kind of the ineptitude across the board. In terms of like initiating offense, we didn't have anybody on this team outside of Terry Rozier. Terry Rozier had 7 assists, but he was god awful for most of the game. But like other than that, like you got Nikola with 5, but there were like issues there. You just saw a lot of what we've grown accustomed to seeing with this team, where it's like nobody can find a way to contribute on both sides of the ball. And then to top it all off, bro, we saw Jimmy Butler flat out not give a flying fuck about basketball today. Like, and this is 2 games in a row where it feels like the last game you won, so you're able to cover it up. But today, bro, nobody's going to convince me that Jimmy Butler's out of shape. Nobody's going to convince me that, you know, he can't play and he's still sick. No, he said he was fine. He said he was good to go. But yeah, bro, you can't explain away this performance from Jimmy Butler tonight. Stone, just hear your thoughts on the overall game, bro.
I think that Jimmy Butler discussion is really interesting because it's so hard to like for me to sit here and have like an overreaction to it when he doesn't take the regular season seriously anyways the last 4 years. So it's like, yeah, like I can recognize that something weird is happening just based on like the rotations that we're seeing. It's to me more beyond like Jimmy Butler just like being locked in or whatever. But yes, I'm like so.
I ain't gonna go overboard tonight. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to talk about basketball right now. Go ahead.
I don't know. I mean, you say that we can't pin this loss on one person. It's like an entire team loss, but that tells me I can pin this loss on Spo. I think Spo's kind of been on some BS this year. I think it goes back to last year even. Like, we're sitting there in the playback and you ask someone to try and explain what we were doing with these defensive switches. And it's like it's inexplicable. There's no words you can use to describe what you're witnessing. It just looks horrible. And so that's kind of where I'm at with like my reaction to just this game, trying to look at it in the micro versus the macro.
I'll be counting the seconds, my love. So no, I'm with you. Like, Spo definitely deserves a big chunk of that, and I guess we can just jump right into the conversation. Like, the game in and of itself isn't really worth discussing, but some of the things that we saw in it were. So, particularly the Kel'el Ware situation. Kel'el Ware played 21 minutes. I know you want this is a good place to start because people have been asking for him to play, and you got to give him an extended run here. And he rewards you with like 25 points, an absolutely bizarre stat. He got 0 rebounds in 21 minutes, but 9 of 11, 3 or 4 from the 3-point line, 4 or 5 from the free throw line. He was good. Like, and it was a nice jolt into kind of like something different that we haven't seen before. So thoughts on Kel'el Ware, first of all, from this game?
Oh, the werewolf has arrived. Yeah, all those comments about Bam this, Bam that, fuck him. Pack him up. He can go. My post scorer has arrived. And he's got a bag. We're here. Bam can go. We're going to look at it at a $1 per minute value system. And Kel'el Ware is making them dollars work. But in all seriousness, like, it's cool to finally see him. The warehouse is open. Let's go. Yep. We got our one. Yep. Cinema. Listen. People were saying, oh, the Heat drafted Ware. They could have drafted Mickey. Fuck that. The Heat got the best player in the draft. Ware should have gone 1. 1-1. I don't know what y'all were watching tonight. I was watching greatness. I was watching the GOAT. Pat Riley drafts another Hall of Famer. That should be the headline tonight. We got Jovic, we got Jaquez, and now we got Ware.
We don't want to bring Jaquez's name up right now. We're feeling good. We're being good Heat fans right now, celebrating somebody. Let's stick with that, because if I start talking about that fucking luchador that is out there pretending to be a basketball player on my team, bro, I'm gonna get upset, Stone, and I don't want to do that. Let's get back. But Kel'el Ware, I'm not gonna go where you went. I don't know about Hall of Famer, but I did see enough where it's kind of like, okay, like the Heat made the right decision in terms of letting Thomas Bryant go to kind of pave the way for him to play more, and he has as of late, and he's rewarded that faith by playing well. Like, and it's no matter like what type of different lineups you put him in, like he's been successful. So he's played well next to Jovic. The only thing that we ain't got yet is the one thing that I want to talk about. Did tonight convince you? Like, I know you've been a proponent of it, but like, did tonight convince you more so than others that like there should be opportunities for Kel'el Ware and Bam to play next to each other?
Oh, 100%. I mean, we can just look at it as like these guys like alone in certain matchups are going to struggle with rebounding. Bam, because he's playing guys that are a lot taller than him. And then Ware, because obviously tonight he didn't get any rebounds. He's young, he's small. These were kind of the concerns about him and why he probably hasn't gotten runs so far this year. So I think when you put both of them out there and you kind of add like this taller lineup, like you're asking both of them to do a lot less. When they're the single big out there and they have to do all the big stuff for them and either Jovic or Highsmith, I think you're asking too much of both of them. And Bam's done it really well, like at a high level, kind of making up for having smaller lineups around him. But I think both of them could stand to help each other out a lot. Bam can get those rebounds that maybe Ware, I don't know if it's an awareness thing, I don't know if it's an aggressiveness thing, but Bam can kind of chase down boards and close out possessions while Ware's still kind of getting his feet wet in the NBA. And so I'd like to see more of it. I think they both complement each other's games really well. They both have elements that the other one doesn't have. And maybe that'll be the reason why we don't see them together, because this team seems to love redundancy. We saw Jaquez, Jimmy Butler minutes together tonight. And it's like, what are we doing at that point?
So I think I feel a little bit differently. I think I agree with the overarching sentiment that Bam and Kel'el should play next to each other because they in ways complement each other. But also, I think tonight's game shows just how hard it is for a single big to kind of rebound with absolutely no help from the other four players on the court. And even though Kel'el is, but I don't think that'll be the case if you have both of them on the floor. I don't think that you have a scenario where Bam is in the game and so now Kel'el still continues to get 0 rebounds. I don't think that's the case. I do think that they help each other in that respect. Bam may not get 10 rebounds or nothing like that, but he can get 7. Kel'el gets about 7 or 8. I saw somebody here talk about Kashad Johnson. Tonight's game convinced me Kashad needs minutes too. Where do his minutes come from? Like, I think somebody has a suggestion. Kashad will replace Jaime. But where wasn't rebounding, Kashad Johnson was. I'm not here for that conversation. Just not me personally. Like, I'll go to Stone to see if he is in a second. But I want to thank Vibes with Ben with the $4.99. Don't know. He said, I don't want to judge too early, but Butler barely wants to be there. Is he trying to get back into game shape, or does he not care anymore? Brother, I don't believe that he's trying to get back into game shape. I think
he is in game shape.
I think he is in game shape. I think he does not – like, I'm not going to say he's quitting on this. I said he was quiet quitting the other day, and that's kind of what this feels like to me, like Jimmy quiet quitting on the team. But, like, I also know that in some games this year, Jimmy's going to play well. Like, he's going to come, he's going to show up, he's going to try, because he still needs to convince teams that he has value to their organizations for when he inevitably decides to move on from Miami. Stone, are you getting anything different there? Do you feel the same type of way? Like,
no, I think that a lot of it is overreaction. Like, I got to see these kind of efforts stack up over a month for me to convince that, like, he's deliberately, intentionally, like, quitting on this team. I don't personally hold that belief right now, because throughout his tenure here, he has never taken the regular season seriously. Now, like I said, there are some things we've seen from how these rotations have lined up to let us believe that maybe there is something to him being unhappy and maybe not wanting to be out there. But, like, I don't know. It's a tough situation for me to, like, sit there and be like, Jimmy needs to do this or Jimmy needs to do that, because, like, Jimmy's done so much for this team and they never went all in around him. And so now it's in this position where it's like, cool, you never went all in and, like, helping me build my NBA resume so I could say that I'm an NBA champion, but now it's time to pay me. And they're like, no, it's not. And so it's like, okay, if you're in Jimmy's shoes, realistically, like, what would you be doing? And for me, it's hard to answer that question.
for me, it's not.
Yeah. For real.
Burn this bitch to the ground.
I'll rephrase it. Jimmy's being a way better person than I would be imagining myself in this situation.
Yeah.
So it's like, for me to sit there and call him a quitter, like, in the totality of all of that, is difficult.
Yeah, I think I'm more aligned with the way that you phrase it. Like, I'm more aligned with. Like, I think it's a bit much to say that Jimmy's quitting on this team. I just think it's so people are going to. What's going to happen is people are going to align his play with the overarching sentiments around Jimmy Butler right now. Like, and it's like that's a lot of noise happening around this team for him to go out and give this type of effort. You know what I mean? And I think that's kind of where it leaves people fucked up. Like, he's not giving effort, and it's kind of feeding into the narrative that he doesn't want to be here. So that type of shit, like, that's the type of narrative that he's creating by shit like that. It's just kind of strange. So we can talk about some other things. I do want to eventually get to let's actually pivot to the guys now. One of the guys that I know you guys want Kashad Johnson to play. One of the guys that he'd have to jump in order to play will be Seamus Highsmith, who did his job tonight in 18 minutes. I can combine him and Duncan Robinson. Neither one of them, they both play 18 minutes. They both did role player things. But neither one of them really felt like they had much impact on this game. Did you see something from either one of them that stood out to you, or is it just more of the same?
The day something Haywood Highsmith does stands out to me, man. Nah. He is out there playing role player basketball every single night. When he stands out, something went horrible. So we'll know very well. Nothing Duncan does stands out. I mean, I've been watching him put his shots up and get his cardio in now for 5-6 years. Like, it looks the same to me every night, even when he's lighting it up versus when he's stinking it up. So, I don't know. Like, Kashad Johnson thing, like, it's not a thing. Like, him going in there and doing things that impresses you, like not you, but like anyone in our audience that's a casual basketball fan, is not going to get him onto the court. The things that will get him onto the court are like he's going to have to show that he's a top 5 defender on this team. And if you don't think that's possible for him, then he's probably not going to – there's no real path to him.
So I think what kind of intrigued people is like – so Keyshawn Johnson got put in essentially in what was garbage time for this game, which started very early because the Heat were getting the doors blown off of their ass. But he was also a part of like the little comeback squad. So like that might have kind of gave him a little boost in terms of the way people saw him play tonight.
No, and I get that, but I'm saying like the things that would actually translate to him getting into the rotation,
like significant minutes,
are things that we can't see watching a like basketball game as casual fans. It's going to be like, wow, he nailed the switch. He knew where it's IQ and defensive stuff. Like because that for him to pass Haywood Highsmith, that's what I'm assuming would have to happen.
Or Jaime Jaquez.
Right, like that's a path to like some minutes, but
but that I think for him, it's correct. I think you already hit it on the head. That's a path to some minutes, but the path for him to even get that, they have to trade Jaime. Like because Jaime played 15 minutes tonight, and Keyshawn played 11. So, but like
even if he earns those minutes, they're still going to give Jaime minutes. So it's like.
And this, like, I don't think you can get much worse than 15. Like, I think 15 is the absolute floor for what you can give Jaime Jaquez, like, in terms of minutes. Otherwise, you play a very dangerous game. I want to thank Dan the Film Gent with the $5 don't know. Consistency is key, ladies and gentlemen. Even though, Dan the Film Gent, you have not been consistent this year, my brother. He said, where is Superman? He said, I get that it was garbage time, but I don't care. That shit moved me for tonight, of course. Can't wait for the movie. Brother, when they come out with the Blindside version of Kel'el Ware's life, I will be in theaters, front row, first day. Haroon Gill with the $1.99 dono said trade that Mexican.
3 words, short and sweet. We love it.
Hey, brother. I'm trying to thank you. He said Dan Vilja for finally giving a good nickname. Yeah. But again, so I want to pivot this to Tyler and Bam. We usually start shows with them. We've gone a couple of minutes in without talking about them. I personally thought Bam Adebayo was playing well. Like I thought he played the way that people want him to play. And then Spo took him out and never put him back in. He ended up playing 25 minutes. Shot 8 of 12 from the floor, 4 of 6 from the free throw line, 8 rebounds, 20 points. And when he went out, was the leading scorer in the game before the Kel'el Ware explosion. I do not blame Spo for taking Bam out. I do not blame him for not putting him back in. That unit with Kel'el Ware had something, and they were making a run, so he went with that unit. Like, I feel like that's having a good post. When Bam was in, the team was still getting blown out. So it's not like his points was impacting their chances of winning the game anyway. I just felt like it was interesting to see that he didn't get an opportunity to re-enter the game, and then the guy Tyler Herro that we're going to talk about next got an opportunity to come in there and try and redeem the game that he was having. What did you think about Bam tonight?
Yeah, I thought Bam was solid. This is a moment where I would normally pick on Bam like a little extra, but I actually watched the game tonight, so I can't just run off with a box score narrative. Like I would say something along the lines of like, you're getting paid all this money to be an all-world defender, and the Pacers come in here and score 150 points. Like, but I realized he was not on the court for a lot of time tonight, so I can't line those narratives up tonight for y'all. I apologize. I thought he was solid. Like, second night of a back-to-back, and I thought he played good last night. So, like, yeah, it just like this felt like one of those games that the Heat lost at tip-off. Like they were just going to get into a race that they could never win.
Yeah, that feels fair. Justin, I don't really know. Oh, Bam groupies.
Who?
Yeah, brother. Only one of us will be qualified as one of that tonight. Like, I don't know. Welcome to the basement, bro. Like, they're not like uniform opinions on any player. Stone never compliments Bam. He just watch the game tonight that has to. Somebody said Jimmy Butler's post-game interview tonight was demoralizing. Justin, if you can hear me because you're paying attention to the show instead of just back there playing Call of Duty while the show's happening, could you find Jimmy Butler's interview so that we can put it up and talk about it a little bit? Yeah, but I'm the Bam apologist here, bro. So, but yeah, I like I said earlier, bro. Like I just didn't see a valid reason to put him back in, considering the way Kel'el Ware was playing. Like,
but that to me, that would have been a valid reason just to see what he looks like next to Kel'el Ware. But I get in like, I understand the context around. Hey, you went into this game not expecting to be down 40. Like,
yeah.
Like I get all that, and so like I get that there's real time like input and reactions, but like I really get ready to listen.
Bro, bro, it depends on what's happening. Look, I'll tell y'all like this. Right now, we surpassed our original goal of 2,900 subscribers for the YouTube channel. Appreciate all of y'all. If you're watching this show and you're not subscribed to this channel, you fucking with us right now.
You a hoe.
Yeah, you a hoe. Don't be a hoe. Subscribe to the channel. If we can get to 3,000 subscribers before the end of this season, I'll buy a Kel'el Ware jersey. I don't really give a shit. Like, I'll buy a Kel'el Ware jersey if we can get to 3,000 subscribers. So share this shit with your friends. Let them know what we're trying to do over here. We're trying to get to 3,000 for real. So yeah, y'all help us out and do that. But yeah, I think Bam was fine, and like you said, bro, like it's just when you watch the game, you understand. Like we understood the context. Like they're getting blown out. You got the scrubs in. Like let the scrubs play, and you know what I mean. And they made a little run of it, so it didn't feel right to put Bam back in that game. On the other hand, that motherfucker Tyler Herro damn sure got his ass back in that game to try and redeem what the fuck. I'm just gonna say it like this. I was told that this was Tyler Herro's team repeatedly today. And you know what? It looked like that tonight. He played the most minutes. He's tied for the team lead in shots. I'm not gonna slander him because like I don't do that no more. I'm retired. But what we saw tonight, that didn't look team leader-esque to me. And him going back in there with the scrubs to try and like get to his 20 points, like I saw what he was doing. I saw it, and I was not moved. What did you think of Tyler tonight, Stone?
He didn't take a lot of shots. He played within the flow of the offense. The offense was just really bad. And he's a big part of that. I don't know the exact dimensions of the guys on the Pacers, but this does look like one of those lengthier teams. So are we surprised that what transpired? That wingspan, we see a 7 in front of it and we're in trouble. I don't know. No one in this game early on or at any point convinced me that they cared about it. So, like,
it's hard to
Tyler was not good.
It's hard to single out Tyler Herro when it's like you get 27 minutes of lethargic Jimmy basketball.
That's what I'm like. Compared to what? Like, from the way you framed it, yeah. Like, if this is Tyler's team, Tyler fucking sucks. Like that. There's nothing controversial about that. Like. You would say that about if this was Scoot Henderson's team and Scoot Henderson's team did this tonight, y'all would say Scoot Henderson sucks. So like, I don't really know what else to say, but like, yeah, team state.
Y'all seen what Jimmy said?
No, we did it, bro. I was asking Justin to put it up. Yeah,
brother.
That's why I joined. Guys,
the Avengers are coming. Dropped his nuts on the Miami Heat.
Huh?
Jimmy is not happy.
Justin, wake the fuck up, bro. Like
Jimmy Butler is not happy.
I send it in the chat. If you wanted to just pull it up to see it, I send it in the chat.
You put it in which chat?
The basement chat, not the fan chat, the normal chat.
The normal.
What do I?
Not derogatory.
No, it doesn't matter. The fan chat is not normal. There's a bunch of weird people in there.
Just some weirdos.
Hold on.
We want to sit here and say that I don't play hard.
I'm gonna try to put that up.
I got you, bro.
Oh, okay.
About time.
Shit, Justin. Yeah, stop right here playing with yourself and do your job. Nasty man with the $10 dono. He said, "Let's go, Jimbo Dunn." Oh, they say shit just got real. Yo, I need to see it, bro.
Yeah, me and Roy were the only ones in the dark.
I read it. I didn't see it video wise. I just read it. Like
I got the video.
Kendall, when you watch it video wise, it comes off the same way as it reads. The same fucking, if not worse.
Hold on, bro.
It's a fuck you masterclass.
Real.
Ball a lot, but we won't sit here and say that I don't play hard.
What will fix it? What do you want to see happen to fix it?
What do I want to see happen? I want to see me get my joy back from playing basketball, and wherever that may be, we'll find out here pretty soon. But I want to get my joy back. I'm happy here, off the court, but I want to be back to somewhat dominant. I want to hoop, and I want to help this team win. Right now, I'm not doing that.
Can you get your joy back here on the court?
Probably not.
Bitch ass nigga, don't play with me, bro. Like, hold on, bro.
He's gone.
Hey, bro.
That was spicy as hell.
Y'all remember what you call it? Somebody sent to that chat, to the other basement chat earlier.
Huh?
Well, our chat.
What happened?
That New Year, new somebody message.
Brother, you know I don't be reading that chat, bro.
No, not the chat, not the fan one, but the other one.
Yes.
I found that kind of this is all kind of interesting now.
Man,
it adds up.
Man, it seemed like some shit going on, But like, so first of all, we have to like talk about that.
Absolutely.
That we have to talk about that, bro. Like
that's a trade request.
That's a trade request.
That's an official trade request, yes.
But it's like it's not going to be made official, so he can't get fined for it. He was asked a question by the media and he answered it, which is part of his obligations. Like Stone, since I know this is like the newest to me and you, bro, just give me your initial thoughts after hearing that.
Wow. I mean, like, maybe I'm really stupid for thinking this, but I really think his long-term play is still getting an extension from the Heat. I really think that's his play. Now, I get what he said. He don't want to be here. He can't get his joy back here. But if they come with that contract extension, you watch how happy he's going to be.
Absolutely.
And so, like, to me, this is still pressure about the money.
Bro. Yeah, you let that play with experts here. LJ, what are your thoughts? Oh, look, niggas want to show up to work. Now that's some shit that happened.
It's fun. Man, we got something to talk about.
The team is interested. Exactly.
I'm gonna let folks go. LJ, give me your thoughts, bro.
I mean, I showed up to work, so that tells you all you need to know about how much I wanted to talk about it and what I think about it. It's an official trade request. Some people have said he didn't officially request a trade. That has now changed.
Wait, what
officially?
You didn't see? Have you seen Jimmy's
video?
I just finished my uploading my.
Hold on. Let him watch it on the stream. Justin, bring the video.
I literally was editing.
Justin, bring the video back up and let Ant watch it again. Like,
we won't sit here and say that I don't play hard.
What will fix it? What do you want to see happen to fix it?
What do I want to see happen? I want to see me get my joy back from playing basketball, and wherever that may be, we'll find out here pretty soon. But I want to get my joy back. I'm happy here, off the court, but I want to be back to somewhat dominant. I want to hoop, and I want to help this team win. Right now, I'm not doing that.
Can you get your joy back here on the court?
Probably not. Probably not. Probably not. Probably not. Probably not. Probably not. Probably not.
I'm gonna let that sit for a second because LJ was in the midst of like giving his reaction. So LJ, go ahead and finish. Tell me your thoughts after watching it again.
Pat Riley won. His goal was to make people hate Jimmy. He's doing that. Jimmy's not doing himself any favors by acting like a bitch, but he's a bitch that deserves his money. But he's still acting like a bitch. But I don't dislike him. If I was in a situation like Stone said, he's better than me. it's tough, man, because Jimmy's been disrespected majorly, because we go back to the offseason thing. That's the main thing that Jimmy was pissed off about, that Pat said, shut up and play basketball. He hit him with the fucking shut up and dribble. Like, that's what he told Jimmy. And it's like, dude, Jimmy Butler posted a meme when the Heat stole game 2 in Boston. It was funny. Why are you hopping on his ass about that when you have people on the court that suck ass that you gave a contract extension to that's not playing up to their value? Tyler's changed that. He's played very good this year. But if I was Jimmy, I'd be pissed off at that too. You're catching strays left and right when you are the fucking reason they've made 3 conference finals, and one of those 2 finals was Jimmy was the main reason. In the bubble, that was more of a team thing because Goran was incredible. I don't blame Jimmy for being pissed off. I'm annoyed that he's taking the bitch route. I thought he was honestly going to just like not do what he did in Minnesota, not do what he did in Chicago, not do what he did in Philadelphia. I thought he was going to take more of a high road, and for the most part, he was. It was quiet quitting until 5 minutes ago when he did the press conference, because that's not quiet, and that's going to be very, very public. And we caught it 5 minutes after it happened. It is going to be plastered all over every account you can see on Twitter, on Heat Twitter, on NBA Twitter. It's going to be everywhere.
Going up on the basement Twitter right now.
Exactly.
Appreciate that.
Thank you. It is what it is now. It's out in the open. I don't know how the locker room is going to respond to that. I don't know how because Spo was asked a random question too before Jimmy got out there. I don't know how they're all going to respond to this now, because it's very obvious he doesn't want to be here. So is he doing the Marshawn Lynch? I don't know. We're going to know, like Jimmy said, pretty damn soon. We're going to know, because Pat Riley won. He wanted people to be mad at Jimmy instead of him. The casual fan seems more mad at Jimmy than Pat Riley right now, even though we know. We know.
Yeah, we knew.
We knew that Pat Riley's a fucking asshole.
We've been told. We've been trying to tell y'all, and we told y'all that they were trying to paint him as the villain. And with this quote, they've succeeded. Jimmy Butler
tried to make a bitch out of Dwayne Wade. He tried to make a bitch out of Shaq. He tried to make a bitch out of LeBron. And now he's trying to make a bitch out of Jimmy. And he succeeded every single time except for Dwayne Wade.
But it's also this ain't Jimmy. I'm gonna let everybody get their shit up because I know we got more panelists. Ant, I'm gonna let you go before I let a real nigga talk. First of all, how are you doing today, Ant?
Don't care.
Don't even
I'm trying to be a more positive person. I said this on playback and nobody seems to believe me.
I was so ready for just whatever fuck around stream blog start to finish. That video just makes me so sad, bro. Just because obviously I'm not gonna say don't trade Jimmy. I always understood the logic. It's just when you have a guy like that and you see it coming to an end, it's gonna be sad. When you're a fan of the guys play, it's just gonna be sad. Obviously, I'm happy the team is probably going to get better, finally making the right move, although a couple years too late, whatever. But it's sad, man. Fuck. I don't understand what he's doing out there on the court. I get it. If you went out, you went out. But what he's doing is so the opposite of what he needs to be doing if he wants to get out of here, if he wants paid. What's his goal at this point? Who's going to want to trade for him? Who's going to want to pay him? Who's going to want to deal with him now that he's causing another stink?
The Heat.
And let me real quick, Ant, before I let you finish cooking. I'm sorry, Jimmy Butler's a known product, brother. If people know Jimmy Butler wants out of here and people been waiting for offers, you're about to get them.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the on the courts. I think people.
I don't think it matters.
Bring it on the court.
I don't think it matters. Right.
Games under 10 points. You don't think other teams are looking at that, wondering?
Sure,
the Warriors have given multiple
quitting. They know that
they know
that knocked out their best.
He just said, "I'm not happy here." He just said that, and I think him saying it coming from his mouth and doing it in a post-game interview, that is putting it on display. Oh yeah, base world, brother. Fox Sports 1. I'm locked in tomorrow, bro. I'm locked in. I'm going to bed early tonight. Because I need to hear it all. 5 reasons where it's at. I'm locked on. Miami Heat beat. I'm going back to watch Ant stream tonight. I might throw up all over myself, but I'm going to do it. Y'all should do it too, though. Everybody needs to make sure y'all tapped in what's going on now, because this team about to change, bro. You about to be watching a different product on the court.
I'm ready for that Shams victory lap.
Man, listen, brother.
It's going to be – he's better get some new running shoes because he's going to need it for how big that lap's going to be.
The next time I call Pat Riley a liar, you bitches better respect me, because that nigga just said he not finna trade Jimmy Butler. Watch. Watch, motherfucker. All right. I don't let all you white people talk. Shh. Be quiet. A real nigga speaking. Dale, just give me your thoughts on kind of like the situation as you know it right now.
Honestly,
Let's see.
bruh, like it is what it is, big dog. Like
It is what it is.
it is. Y'all already know.
Spit that.
That boy said, clap, see you wicked, yeah.
We here and Jimmy right now.
You ready for some hot shit? Let's see.
Hey,
Y'all don't know about that, man. That's real music. Yeah.
when Jimmy feel like he getting fucked over, he might swerve and bend that corner, and he just turned that corner. And he might tweak out in this bit. So hold on, because I might let this shit go. And he let it go. I disagree with LJ. This is not no bitch route. I disagree with Ant. It's nothing about on the court. This is a real nigga taking a real nigga stand. Because when someone white in power, like Pat Riley, tells a nigga to shut up and get on the court and just play basketball, that is fucking insane to say in 2024, which is now 2025.
You don't know who that is? That's that Jello, boy.
That's man. Come on, man. If you know, you know.
Man,
But
come
yeah,
on, you
bro,
gotta
like,
be in the loop. You gotta be in the loop. Now,
that brother, like, it's tales of two people, like, in how I compared this Pat Riley shit and Jimmy, like this Heat shit. Bro, you can't tell me to shut up and play basketball. I didn't like Jimmy like talking, even though he wasn't playing. Like, but hey, that's what he does. Whatever, cool. It wasn't something to make a big fiasco about. To go up there and say he needs to shut up, like, so like, bro, because I've heard Pat Riley say Tyler Herro doesn't have to play defense in postseason press conferences. So to tell this man to shut up, bro, he did this. Like, that's where it started, bro. And I know that's what really bothered him the most, because Jimmy even turned that shit and said, just not last week, he said, but I'm going to just shut up and keep my mouth quiet. That was the first time when I was just like, oh yeah, like, he really, like, this shit is bad. Like, it's way worse than what we think it is. Miguel, you talking about me making a mountain out of nothing, brother?
If you just watched the same video we just watched.
Brother, if that's what you believe, then so be it. I will not try to convince you one way or another. It's contract. Yes, it's a contract, but why does Jimmy have to earn a contract? And if you're not going to give it to me, do not come out and say you're not going to trade me. And you saying that, like, oh, who's going to trade for him? Bro, don't nobody give a fuck about how Jimmy Butler treating the Miami Heat. That ain't got nothing to do with when we get you in our doors. The same way, the way he treated Minnesota and Philly and all that, it didn't mean shit to us. You think Golden State and Steph Curry gonna give a fuck about what's going on in Miami, bro? Like, nah. They won't, bro, because it's just like, bro, we trying to win. Jimmy is trying to win, but he's trying to get paid too. Like, let's not act like we don't know some things that they told that man what's gonna happen when they got him here. They done lied to the man. He done been a good soldier, bro. Like, but he's not Bam Adebayo. Like, he was not drafted here and birthed into being the player he is through this shit. So that shit was only gonna work for so long, bro. And we here now. You telling me Jimmy Butler, bro, in this partnership, we have kept each other afloat. You have raised my name. I have kept the Miami Heat afloat on the court, along with Bam and Spo. And now you telling me to shut up and play basketball. Okay. I'm playing basketball now.
Bro, listen. I told y'all as soon as something happened with the Miami Heat, hoes gonna start showing up to work. And speaking of hoes that show up to work for the first time in a long time,
brother.
yeah.
Them people gonna owe Shams an apology, bro.
Oh, publicly,
bro. Like, cause to think that man was doing this for the big, he just
clicks.
replaced Woj, y'all.
Pour out
Here's
a
the
curry
greatest-
mimosa for him.
huh?
What you said, bro?
Pour out a curry mimosa for Shams.
Hey man, that Shams bomb. Now we might need to find a safe place to be because those might hit a little different. That boy from over there.
Come on now,
Yeah.
it's so strapped around that big.
Yeah, but you know, like, shit, I finna swear that corner. Whoa, come on now, Levi. Nah, bro, but like to sit here all them days, all them weeks that these people is like he was clout chasing. Bro, he told you he don't want to be here in like the most respectful is like way in this new CBA without getting fined possible, bro. Like he don't want to be here no more, and they should do right by the man and get him up out of here. Like the money, don't worry about it. You don't got to worry about it if you trade him. But Barry Jackson has said that letting him walk would be better financially. So always remember when the Heat now are about finances.
Hey man, if they keep this man here, it's gonna get real Joe Cronin-y up in here. George, I know like you came first, but people have heard you speak, so we're gonna skip you right now. They got Adam Baraya here. Hey, bro, you know the hoes toot ass with Adam talking about trades and shit like that. So we're gonna make this motherfucker work his one time a year and do what he's supposed to do. Baraya,
Make me work?
yes,
Excuse you?
yes. Oh, get the fuck up out of here. We ain't want you here no way, bitch. George, somebody who actually comes to work. Go ahead and cook. What were your initial thoughts on hearing the Jimmy Butler thing?
I was sitting in bed and I was relaxing, and then I seen the little pop up that I've got for fucking wherever the basement posts. So there's a big X on my screen, and I'm like, okay, I'll go see what this is. And I watched the video, and I watched it again, and I watched it one more time. And I'm sitting there just laughing my fucking ass off. I laughed for a solid 2 minutes. I'm like, I gotta jump on the show. I'm gonna jump on and see what people are saying. I didn't expect the sound or the music to come on as soon as I got here, but that was fucking too funny. Jimmy deserves a fucking like Golden Globe Oscar nomination for this fucking shit. Like he's played this the funniest way possible. No matter which way you look at it, he went into the season saying that he's going to earn the contract, and then halfway through he's like, "Look who the fuck I'm playing with. Earn my contract again for after 4 years of earning the contract? Nah, this is too funny." He wanted to get traded, and he said, "I'll be quiet about it." And Pat Riley said, "We're not trading you." He said, "We're not trading you, no matter what." And now he's sitting there saying, "I am physically unhappy." And then the questions that the guy was asking him, chef's kiss, perfect. Do you think you could be happy?
Who's
in
asking
Miami
those
again?
questions?
I forgot who asked him the question. The guy in the interviewer.
I think that was Tim Riddles.
Was that Tim Riddles?
And I think that matters a lot.
I think it matters a lot because it also, like, as a fan base, we've been asking for some of these journalists to ask more like pressing questions of like this organization and of the players and shit like that.
Tim Reynolds, he tweeted, "I asked Jimmy Butler if he can get his joy back on the court in Miami. Probably not," he said.
Yeah, so shout out to Tim Reynolds, bro. You gotta appreciate it. Like when we've been asking for a journalist to go in there and do their fucking job, to see him do it, like that's important. And I see Justin, I put up another clip in the back with Tyler Herro. Go ahead and play that before we get back to George and hear what he has to say.
After the game, Jimmy said he feels that the way he's being cast and used on this team, he can't be his best self, and that he might never be able to regain his joy playing here. For someone in the locker room who's been with him for such a long ride now in your 6 years, what's your reaction when someone says something like that in a post-game interview? Surprised by that?
Not really.
What did you just say?
So
We all trying to find joy in it at the same time. So we'll see.
What do you think could change to get him more involved in the offense? To get Jimmy more involved in the offense?
I'm not sure. Just, I have no clue. I'm not the coach. We try to get him involved. That's all.
Have you felt that in the locker room? What he was talking about post game, lack of joy, not feeling like he wasn't involved in the offense.
I feel like the vibes are great. I don't know. Vibes are great for me. I'm about to enjoy my night.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Tom.
He cooked.
Can I just point out something I just saw right now?
Sure.
It's this comment. It's this comment. Let me. This is like saying, congratulations for not marrying the girl that you cheated on like for fucking 4 years. This does not make up for the fucking mistakes. Say, shout out to Jaime for not fucking overpaying for legacy. You fucked him over for 4 years. Just because you're not going to fucking do the wrong thing now doesn't mean you're completely fucking absolved of all your shit for 4 fucking years. You promised the star to come. You wouldn't trade Tyler Herro. You wouldn't capitalize on any assets. You wouldn't trade for future fucking assets for trades in the future. Now you're stuck with Haywood Highsmith 27 minutes a game. Like, the most exciting times of this season so far has been a Kel'el Ware 0 rebound 25-point game and a trade.
Hey, start with the points first next time, please.
0 rebound, 25 points. I don't give a shit. And a trade request. That is where the joy lies in this team right now. Jimmy has every reason to be upset. Okay? Because this is not a guy who's being irrational. Like, he's 36 soon. Brother needs to get paid. And if he's not going to get paid here, fucking trade his ass. Seriously.
Yeah, one thing, Nasty Man with the $2 dono, he said, LMAO, I hate Tyler Herro, LMAO. Nasty Man again with the $5 dono, he said, Tyler thinks it's his team. If you read my Twitter mentions, brother, a lot of other motherfuckers.
That was a
Tyler
shit
Herro
way to like
react to that.
Yeah, bro. Like there was just like
it
was just more like a young
arrogant.
player. Like I'm good, so what? Like
like don't worry about it, y'all got me type shit. Like that's
Pat Riley thinks it's his team too. So
to be fair though, like I was trying to imagine what I would say in Herro's shoes there, and like the question was kind of tough. Like, yeah, he could have especially now that we're saying it's his team and he's the face and stuff. Like,
brother,
he's got to put together.
You step up and you show that you could be a leader, bro. If
it's your team, then that's what you. Say.
I'm here for Jimmy. If Jimmy needs something, he can come to me. This, that. Like, I'm here to support him. I want him to be happy. I want to keep him, bro. Even if you don't believe any of that shit, bro, like that's the way you supposed to like respond to that type of question, bro.
He hadn't seen the interview yet. Like
they told him what he said, bro. But it's just bad that like it was dismissive. Like I kind of agree. Like it was a lot to put on him, but bro, like
the NBA works off a cue card. That's how they're like scripted answers. It's not a new situation in terms of the NBA, and there's like history to show you that how you reacted. Just spout the cliches.
Yeah, but
I'd be surprised if the story blindsided Tyler too. Like, there's no way player in the locker room knew.
Everybody in the locker room.
No. Everyone in that locker room knows exactly what the situation is.
Exactly.
And all of those players would answer the exact same way. None of those players would do that cliche shit. Not a single one. They all act the same. Like if this were a Tyler Herro situation and Tyler said the same exact thing during a press conference, I'm willing to bet Jimmy would have said the same thing that Tyler said. It's none of my business, right? That's between front office and the player. Tyler saying what he said today, I bet you he's on Jimmy's side and he knows exactly that they should be paying him and they're not, but he's not going to get into it and he's not going to say anything. That's just who these players are. So look, it's not about being a leader or not. Tyler's not a leader, right? He's not gonna break from the mold that the Heat want him to be. But at the same time, I don't think any of those players would have answered differently.
Yeah, I don't know, bro. Like it just felt it felt like something more there, bro. Like is that the video that you was talking about in the private chat though, Justin? Excuse me, the Tyler Herro video. Like just put no. Okay. So Nasty Man, thank you again for the $5 dono. He said exactly. Tyler responded like forget the black man. My Uncle Pat got me a starting role. No, bro. Like, Cores with the $9.99 donation. They said last year Jimmy Dad passed away. He missed time to grieve, only to have Pat call him out about missing too much time. There's no coming back from that kind of disrespect from Pat or any normal job. It's kind of like it kind of leans into like some people who have criticisms for Pat and whether or not his era is actually passed him by. Let's go back to some of the whites who haven't spoken in a while. Adam, I saw you come off mute, so we'll start with you. Go ahead and give me your thoughts on what I just said.
You know what? I appreciate you giving me the non-white the opportunity to go first.
No,
I'll say this. So I think that Pat is not the obviously he's not the only one to blame here. The entire front office makes these decisions, including Nick Arison, right? Pat is just like the spokesperson. He's the puppet that they put out there to say these things, but is every single one of them, right? Including Spo. Spo is in that group think, right? So I think it's a whole front office issue, and it goes all the way up to ownership, right? We talk about them not willing to spend. I bet you they would have had a third star in Jimmy's second year, or even his first year, if they were willing to go deep into the luxury tax, but they weren't willing to do it. So it's just a fundamental problem from the coaching staff all the way up to ownership. Right, you have the people over in Phoenix, Matt, whatever the fuck his name is. He's willing to spend and not have a single draft pick for the next 10 years. Right, that's the type of market that a market like Miami, needs to have. But we don't have that because we have a guy who's counting his pennies in his pockets, and then it just goes from there all the way down to the coaching staff to the players, and you end up in situations like this every 10 years. We went through it with Dwayne Wade, right? This Jimmy Butler thing is not anything new. The only thing that is new is Pat Riley is 10 years older. That's it. And he's more dumb and senile.
Yeah, I think you're missing his point, though, in terms of like saying Phoenix isn't winning anything. That's not what he's saying. Miami probably needs to operate in that. They shouldn't operate
He's
in that
saying
regard.
he's saying we operate like the fucking Portland Trailblazers, going after all these UDFAs and shit, and like building an entire rotation out from like guys that hardly were able to get college minutes. And so like Phoenix is saying, hey, listen, we're here to win now. We're here to win every year. We're going to just go get the best players possible. That might create roster challenges for us 5 to 10 years from now, but we'll throw more money on it later then.
Or we'll throw the UDFAs in there and we'll figure it out then because we're so good at that too.
Exactly.
Yeah. And where are you on the whole Pat Riley? How much blame are you assigning him for this situation?
I was just reading some more quotes and stuff, and Jimmy was talking about like this new role of his too that he's not happy with. So I'm wondering what exactly he's referring to. Like, so
would you put that on Spo?
That's what I was gonna say. So not just blame on Riley, but also on Spo.
Bro, this shit ain't about what's happening on the court, though, y'all. Like,
hold on, let him cook, and then I can.
Yeah.
I agree with you though, Kendall. I agree with you though for sure. Because I know obviously all this discourse has really split Heat fans into two sides over the last month or so. You know, the Pat Riley side, front office, and then the Jimmy side. I think it's a little bit of both because obviously Jimmy's frustrated. He did everything you could ask for. Like when you traded for him, he's literally carried this team from just straight mediocrity to a team that's been to 2 finals. That's on him. And the front office repays him by surrounding him with undrafted free agents and a bunch of bums. I would be pissed too. Like, so on that, that's the front office fault. But at the same time, Jimmy does have a lot to blame himself because if he would have showed up these last few seasons and played more than 60 games and tried in the games that he played and didn't ask for Kyle Lowry, because that one I do put on him. I know we've disagreed about that over the last couple of years, but I believe that's on him. There are things that I think you can blame both of them for. So, but I'll always put the most blame on the front office though, because at the end of the day, your goal with a build is to win a championship. And who builds the team? It's the front office. And they have failed to achieve the ultimate goal. Therefore, the front office has been a failure. That's just the facts. And you blew one of the greatest players in this franchise history because you couldn't get him no help when you had multiple superstars quite literally have you on their list. And there's just no excuse for that.
No, for sure. We're going to go Dell, then we're going to go to George, then we're going to go LJ.
Hey, it's getting nasty out here, boy.
Hey, bro, I know you got to restore some order midstream.
Niggas is out here responding to tweets saying in 5 years.
You're welcome, man. You get to see me today, man. Hey, have a good day,
never
man. I should touch you and bless you, man. How we doing? Hello. No autographs right now. No autographs right now. It's okay, I'll be back. Watch it hit him. Run him over. Ankle breaker, or post or dunk. Y'all want me to answer that? Or y'all waiting on KD to answer? All right, never mind.
Yeah,
It was all good just a week ago.
Nice shit.
Yo, it's getting that's blatant.
And trade rumors for 5 years, never complained publicly, said a public publication that covers this team. On that hey,
That is so disrespectful.
it is nasty out here, bruh.
What?
They said that over the Tyler video. It's creating real havoc amongst, it's like almost as if you're on a mission.
Nah, bro.
Yes, Mr. Pat. Yes, Mr.
Right,
Robert.
exactly, Adam, bro. That's nasty as fuck, bro.
Bro, they're doing the bidding of the front office, bro.
Hey, fans, it's not them, it's him.
I honestly don't know, though. Is it the front office or is it ownership?
Brother, they are one. They're the same thing to me.
It's all the same.
Because when they all do their meetings, they all in them together.
Hive mind.
Yeah. There's a cult leadership structure in the Miami Heat.
But do you really think it's like a collaborative thing, or do you think it's like
Absolutely.
ownership saying like, "Hey, here's the parameters"?
I think it's
work within
ownership.
these?
I think it's mostly ownership, but it's like to get that message across is where it's like you can't
the
have
ownership.
a boom.
Yeah, the ownership is saying, "Go be cheap," right? And
Yeah.
then that front office is like, "Okay, what's the best way to be cheap?"
And then, but Adam, and then in that, okay, how we getting cheap now? We're not gonna pay this older dude, but the message to get that across, you don't tell a man to shut up and play more, bruh.
You be honest with him.
No, you don't say play more, knowing he's a year older and he's probably gonna play less.
And he's
like you
always
know what's gonna
injured.
happen.
And he gets hurt. Like the dude gets hurt, you know that.
One thing somebody with the $5 no, he say Pat gonna stick a brick machine, Terry Bibble Rozier with Butler in the trade package out the door to make sure the lack of joy on the court.
Y'all gonna have to bite that one.
Like Kendall, you know what's crazy is I think the Heat were the first team to create a maintenance plan for a player in a championship run. And they went out last year with Dwayne, and they went out and said, play more, then you'll get your money. As if they didn't create this whole, they created the maintenance
in 2013.
10 years ago. They know when someone is injured and how to maintain their level of play.
Bam said, somebody asked what Bam said. Bam said, obviously he's frustrated. He feels like he's standing in the corner. That's all it is. That's all I see from Brady Hawk.
This starting to point a lot of fingers at Spo. George, want to hear your thoughts?
Bam keeping it about basketball.
Yeah.
On court.
Terrible Rozier was crazy. That was a bar. I just had to say that.
Go ahead, George.
I think I've gotten all my thoughts out there, to be honest. I don't think I'm just gonna go fucking keep talking about more shit. At the end of the day, it is what it is in this situation. I'm just enjoying the fucking fallout at this point. I love watching the world burn in that small little way. Just slow and fucking slow roast this shit.
World burn.
I'm trying to talk about you see how many niggas smiled on this panel when he said that shit.
Burn.
That's a crazy name, Bubba.
I thought you were smiling at Bubba's name, but this is
no. I was talking about
you're laughing at my accent. That hurts my feelings.
Not your accent. It's just the statement itself. Some people just like to watch the world burn.
They said, don't quit on the court.
Who said that?
Whew.
You know who said that? They
Bubba.
say.
Go ahead, George. Finish. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying. You're gonna hear some. I'm talking to everyone else out there. You're going to hear some fucking crazy shit over the next 2-3 days over this.
Jimmy Butler being painted as the villain, bro.
You're going to see so many people turn their backs on everything that they've been saying for fucking months, years, fucking forever now, 5 seasons. And I'm telling you right now, There is fucking no chance I'm sitting here and listening to this shit willingly. It's just not happening. You made your bed. You backed the wrong people. Your horse broke its leg on the line. You're not fucking getting paid out for this one. It's not happening. Saying that someone didn't quit for 5 years because they were in trade requests, like they're comparing Tyler Herro's fucking approach to getting, trade rumors and shit like that to Jimmy's. Jimmy's 35. There's no fucking comparison. One guy was starting his career, and it took him 5 seasons and a system being built around his progression for him to be fucking happy. You got one guy for Jimmy. It didn't work out, and they're like, Bruce Smith, welcome home. It's not the same.
Let me text some Miami Heat. No, let me not say that. I'm gonna glue my cover.
Yeah. Somebody with a $2 donut. He said, "What's team captain Bambi Abumyo doing right now?"
Scam.
He out there being a good soldier like he always is. LJ, we're gonna come to you and then we're gonna let Bubba cook for a little bit.
Yeah, no, I saw a lot of people, not a lot, a couple people in the comments saying like, well, the front office did right by Jimmy by getting Kel'el Ware because he asked for him. Okay, let's play by that rule. The front office got Jimmy one player he asked for in half a decade of being here and got no one else. I don't care who the fuck he asked for. Think of any sport in half a decade of being there, you asked for one thing, you got that one thing, and then never anything else. Imagine going 5 years, your mom gets you one Christmas present. Are you allowed to be upset for those next 4 Christmases they didn't get anything? Or are you allowed to say, shut the fuck up, you got a present 3 years ago, dickhead? No. You want a present on Christmas. It just, okay, Kel'el Ware was a swing and a miss. All right. And don't even fucking say that they tried the same thing with Terry Rozier because they had to get rid of a first-round pick to get him. And he's not going to recoup that value. I'm ready. I'm in the mindset, and we've been on this for a while now on the Random Scrub Heat podcast. We talked about it last week or 2 weeks ago, whenever the hell we recorded. I don't know. We have something to talk about now, but I think it's funny that players in their mid-30s around the league suck my dick, Papa, consensually. Of course, it's funny to me that players in their mid-30s, Kevin Durant, Damian Lillard, these players get traded in their mid to late 30s, and you get a whole bunch of first-round picks. Do you think we're going to get a first-round pick for Jimmy Butler? Nah, the front office doesn't value draft capital, right? This front office doesn't care about draft capital. They were willing to let him walk for nothing and get nothing back because they liked the flexibility of the money coming off the books when free agency is dead and been dead for half a decade too.
I ain't gonna lie, but Stone, we do got to write that in big bold letters and underline that whole.
Do it.
What was it? Suck by Dick Papa?
Consensually.
All I heard was
doesn't it kind of defeat the purpose of writing it down if it was meant to be, like if I said it meaning for it to be sexual?
No.
I think that kind of defeats the purpose. You got to write it down when it was unintentional.
Just for the record, for those of us keeping track at the crib.
That was crazy.
Hey, bro. What did Bubba? Bernie Lee, I'm sorry. We got real guests.
Lee. Hold on.
We got a real guest up here, Bernie Lee. We usually
this is actually him, by the way,
like
guys.
this. We were like, this is actually Bernie Lee, Jimmy's agent. Y'all know we got people like that around here. You know, Adam Barat show up. He brave Bernie Lee. So Bernie, tell us your thoughts, man. Your client went up there and said some wild shit, bro.
No, he didn't. You guys are liars. Shams Charania is a liar. Jimmy Butler did not request a trade. You guys will not paint him out to be the villain in this situation. Jimmy Butler loves Miami, has started businesses in Miami, and is very, very happy in Miami. You are all liars. I am not a liar. I am not a clown. I am not a puppet. I am a truth teller. Okay, on some serious shit, mark today the day that Pat Riley's soul died. This man is no longer in control. This man no longer has the power he thinks he has. And it's time for his wife, his children, his grandchildren, his great-grandchildren, his primary care doctor to let him know it's over. Because we just got boat raced by an Indiana Pacer team, and that is the moment this core died. Isn't that insane? Not after the finals loss. Not after whatever, the Celtics. Not after Brenton Forbes. Today is the day it died. A blowout loss to the Pacers is the day it died. I mean, bro, do they know who they're fucking with? You know they're fucking with the wrong one, right? With the
Let's burn him.
comments in public. They fucking with the wrong one, saying, "Yeah, we're not going to trade you." What did they say on Twitter? Show them who's boss. Show who's boss. Jimmy Butler. Jeff Teague is still telling stories to this day on his podcast about what happened that evening in Minnesota. This is step one, brother. You want it to get worse or you want it to get better? Step one is saying, I hate it here. My joy for basketball is gone. Soulless. And listen, so is mine. So is everyone on this panel. Because we've been watching the Miami Heat for half a decade. Post-bubble, post-fraudulent net Denver run, our joy for basketball the last year and a half has severely diminished.
Who is
Just like
we?
Jimmy Butler. Who is we?
Brother, I haven't watched in 3 years.
That means it's gone, bro. That means it's gone.
Yeah, but you
It's
said
gone.
we for half a decade.
Listen,
We
man.
mainly talk about me.
Listen.
People.
Jimmy
people
Butler,
like-
this is step one. In my opinion, this is going to get worse. I get ready to learn Jonathan Kuminga. Get ready to learn. It's not going to get worse.
No,
We're at Rob.
I'm talking about
right
Pat
now.
Riley.
We're at Rob.
No, he's
close.
getting either getting sent home or he's getting sent to China. It's
True.
one or the other.
I think this trade's it's going to get better for Heat fans, but in terms of Pat Riley front office trying to show this Jimmy Butler situation, who's boss, it's over. It's going to get ugly. It's going to get ugly fast. It already has if they don't move him. And I don't know, Adam, you know more than me, but hopefully this trade happens soon because that press conference was, I mean, I'm on a beach in Mexico, and I get an alert that Jimmy Butler said he has no joy for the game of basketball anymore. We have broken another individual. We've broken another individual.
Kendall, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can you read the tweet I just sent you?
I can't really read, but I'll try. No, I'm saying. Nah, it's gotten. They done got.
Don't get into his bag, bro. You know.
Yeah, you know, pour into that Adam Barai behind the scenes narrative.
Put that gas on that fire, bro.
My name's Jamal. Now, George Sedano said, does he think this will entice a team to pay him this max contract he seeks? What a strange strategy long term here, bro. Like,
remind us how is it that Miami got Jimmy?
Hey man,
because winning fixes all.
How is
so
it
you
that,
put him in
you
a
know,
good culture.
Yeah, how is it that another team got James Harden on a max contract?
Brother,
how is it that Paul George, you know?
It was weird.
Philadelphia 76ers as we speak. But you know what, Stone? You said something in passing just then that might go like a lot of people be talking about getting people into this culture. I think the culture shit is dead, bro.
That's for sure.
Kyle Lowry started putting holes in that motherfucker.
But they're going to just rebrand it. It's just going to become like culture's just going to be like like a pathway for like Make-A-Wish kids to be UDFAs and make it to the league. Like that's literally what it's going to become is like if you come to Miami and work your ass off, it doesn't matter how sorry you are at the game of fucking basketball, there's a future for you here. And so that's what I think culture will become.
T-Pat, I know it's been dead for years, but I'm talking about amongst the general fan base. Like, is it dead? I'll go to the most culturally sensitive person here, and I believe you're the person most invested in terms of like the culture branding and shit like that. In your mind, is the culture dead now, or is it just gonna pivot to the new guys?
I feel like you just called me a bitch.
I did.
Calling him the most culturally sensitive was a wild fucking.
I don't know if you've seen the tweet that I just sent to the Twitter group chat, but I
have you blocked on Twitter.
So, well, trust me, I am not that guy. That was an insane tweet of these front office defenders. You can see it when you get a chance. But anyways, shit, I don't know, man. The guy wants to win. They did a shit job putting help around him. I love really what everyone's saying. LJ gave a great analogy earlier with the whole Christmas present thing. The guy wants to win. I think he always put that above everything else except money. I will say, though, to Adam's point regarding the George Sedano tweet, obviously, I get what you're saying, Adams. Jimmy, I'm not that person there.
I know Heat form is bought all the he locked the fuck in, bro.
I'm very
Like,
familiar.
shout out to Heat form. He locked the fuck in,
But-
my brother.
He knows ball.
Obviously, I get what Adam's saying that basically every stop Jimmy has been at has ended the same way with him being disgruntled. So I'm not saying that's not the case here, but I do think there is something to be said about his age. I don't think a team would be as willing to give him the money or give up assets to trade for him, just because the only difference now between Philly and Minnesota and Chicago is he's 35. And I do think that is a big deal. A team might be willing to do that for a disgruntled guy if he's,
how old is Steph?
29.
Have you watched Paul George play this year?
But
he's played this year.
Yeah, exactly.
How old is Steph?
Yeah, well, Steph's been much better on the court than Jimmy. That's my point.
But how old is he?
Well, he's probably, what's he, older than Jimmy? 35, 36?
You think his team currently is winning the championship?
The Warriors, well, I think they're looking to add pieces around him to win a championship, but not as presently constructed.
Okay.
Here's the piece.
But it could be. It could be. But I'm just saying, like,
Game available. Ding, ding, ding.
I get Adam's point, but I'm not
ready to learn Kaminga, buddy.
Red light special.
I'm just not so sure a team would trade for him or pay him because the age, that is a big difference from his other stops. I do think that needs to be taken into account.
James Harden went in front of
Drew Holiday.
James Harden went in front of the entire Chinese Republic and said Daryl Morey is a liar repeatedly.
Bro,
and
like,
got exactly what he wanted.
I want to we kind of get a little nuanced a little bit. Yeah, like that.
Yeah.
I know. But no,
Cool.
just because Jimmy is asking the Miami Heat for max money, maybe, I don't know if he is or not, that does not mean that he's going to ask whatever team he goes to for max money necessarily.
He wasn't talking about money in that press conference, Dale. He said his joy for basketball is not here. He just wants to be happy playing hoop.
Money would make me
That,
happy.
and I don't think people hear like the little dog whistles that's in that. Like, that's telling teams I will come play for less for you. Like, that's
If I'm
what it's
playing
saying.
basketball
If
in a
I'm
fun
playing,
way.
if I'm
It's
playing
not
basketball
about the
in
money.
No,
It's about
Core,
sending
with the
a
$4.99. Don't know. I appreciate it. He said, if you were an NBA star that is a free agent, that doesn't happen. He said, why would you come to the Heat after this? The organization is cheap, incompetent, disloyal, and outdated. Brother, we are in store for a very long, like, depression period as Heat fans.
The weather's nice. Bam Adebayo.
No state
Eric
income tax checks.
Spoelstra.
Like, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like, you in for a long road if Miami Heat choose to make it that way. I think they can.
Sorry, go ahead.
No, finish.
I was just gonna say, but like this was the point I feel like Adam was trying to make earlier about like how the Suns operate versus like how the Heat are operating. Is like the Heat in theory should be more aggressive, like always, because they have things that like I know all the things you're saying are not good, but like the things we just listed off, like no state income tax, the weather, you're living in Miami versus Sacramento or Indianapolis, like to me, like those are all reasons why you should be super aggressive in all your builds. Every year you should be going for it, because when you get stuck in a rut like we're about to be in, theoretically you should be able to get out of it easier. The thing that we've done is we never really fully went for it while we were contending, and that itself could be dissuasive in the future to someone maybe wanting to come here if they're in a Jimmy Butler type situation, knowing like, hey, I'm probably never going to get help added down here, especially seeing some of these luxury tax issues that are coming up. And I have a feeling once Jimmy like finally leaves, we're going to hear some more about that from his agent via anonymous postings in the media.
Yeah, and from Ernie too. But yeah, I think that's a good point though. Like how much damage has it done that you got to the point where you were a contending team and you still leaned into undrafted players? Like, how many people are going to look at that and be like, are they going to do the same with me? They seem to be continuing that trend, whereas they've signed a bunch of young undrafted guys, and they're going to keep that in the circle. One thing Heat for him with the 199 don't know. He said, well, when you're wrong, you're wrong. He gone. I appreciate you for being real about that too, because you are indeed one of the more adamant people about one of the more adamant people about how Miami operates. So I appreciate
that my
you
man who was saying like Shams was just using?
Yeah,
just needed something to talk about.
Yeah,
shout out
that's
to him. You a real one. See that?
Yeah, bro. Shout out to him
because he was on that bullshit. But
Basic 11 with the $2 donut. He said, "F Heat culture, do something." Sleepy Pat. Well, brother, he's going to be forced into action now. So like, it is what it is. Look, this has been a long post game. This is the first post game stream of the new year. So happy New Year to you guys. We haven't got an
It's the way
opportunity
you
to say
bring
that.
the year in.
Yeah, way to bring the year in, bro. This is a start. So if this is what 2025 has in store for us, we're in for an exciting basketball season for once. I'm gonna let everybody go around and talk about whatever they want to real quick, kind of like we end spaces, because I know it's a lot of people up here, so people might not have gotten the opportunity to talk about what they wanted to. But I'll start with anything that we didn't get to tonight in this show that you want to talk about specifically.
Hayward Highsmith is not a power forward. And John Crotty at one point said the Heat need to stop switching. And I'm like, brother, he just got scored on by Pascal Siakam. That is the other team's power forward.
He is 6'4", and they play him at the 4.
They did not switch John Crotty. So.
That is exactly what Miami intended for the matchup to be. So it's just saying, LJ.
Yeah, Heat culture's dead. Been dead. Heat culture was always just a way to say that our owner's cheap and we're going to work harder than you. We're not more talented. We don't want it more. We're just scrappier. We're the hardest working, nitty gritty fuckheads in the whole league. That's what Heat culture was. It was a good way to get people to buy in for less money and for Mickey not to have to spend to actually go out there and make a commitment. They always had one foot in the water. They wouldn't put both feet in and actually dive in. So it's tough. We're about to be in purgatory because that's the East. They can slip down to the 10 seed. Doesn't matter. You're still in the play-in. Who knows? And if they make the playoffs by some weird devil magic, they don't get their pick in a pretty good draft, which is really the cherry on top of the shit Sunday. But we'll see what happens, I guess. I mean, like I said before last time I spoke, all these other superstar 35-plus-year-olds are getting multiple first-round picks. Do you think we're going to get one first-round pick back for Jimmy?
Yes, I do think that you get one first-round pick back from Jimmy. But I think if you would have traded him in the summer, you could have got more first-round picks. Roddy Bricks.
This organization doesn't know how to do that.
Yeah, listen to Roddy
the
Bricks.
summer Donovan got traded for like 5 or 6 firsts. That was after the Denver.
Finals.
That was right after.
And how many first-round picks did Rudy Gobert go for again?
Rudy Gobert. That was the
6.
summer where I think we started floating the like. Look at these picks. Like you got to do it. Like you have to.
And now we're fucking crossing our legs and swinging our feet for one first-round pick.
And what's crazy is like the Heat they're a 4th seed, a 5th seed this year after having such a tumultuous last year and a half or 2 years. Like they could be a good team. They could have a young, good team that's fighting for a 3 seed. That's exciting to watch. But we're stuck with this.
De'Aaron Fox.
Yeah.
Please.
Pigeon Base 11 for the $5 dono. Appreciate you, gang. He says Spo should never be GM. We'd let guards and small forwards. We get guards and small forwards until he's 70. We doing that now. Stone, last words for the stream.
Heat culture has never been more alive. The Heat are going to make the playoffs. Fuck are you talking about? The Heat play the Utah Jazz in 2 days. The Heat are going to blow that shit out.
Fuck is
you talking about? I've never felt better about the Miami Heat. And do you know why? Because the big bad werewolf number 7.
Oh!
Pat Riley did it again, folks. We got another Hall of Famer coming up through the Miami ranks. That is the GOAT.
That's right. That's right, baby. That's what I'm talking about,
Pigeon Base with the $5 dono. He said Heat till I die, but won't give up on Jimmy. Brother, Jimmy has given up on you. They say tell the real who talk. So wait a minute. So wait a fucking minute. For 5 years I've been telling you hoes that the Heat finna blow some shit out. Stone get on here, take my bag, and y'all giving him credit for it?
White folk, ain't
You fucking colonizers.
Colonizers,
First day in America.
Pigeon Base with the $2 dono. He said, yes, real. Blow the Skinwalker Jazz out Saturday. Oh, and you giving money to quote, bro. Y'all are different, bro. Bubba, final words for the stream. We're not picking the game anyway, because we're an hour and 20 minutes into the show, and I'm ready to end it.
The season's over. The season ended tonight. I mean, we all watched that press conference. They're not playing for anything except maybe keeping their pick or not. And like, they're going to try and do the thing that's not in their interest in that situation.
They're going to try to make the playoffs.
This is going to be the funniest like second half of a season ever. Like
we're not even at the halfway. We're not even at the halfway mark yet. So we are 32 games into the season. This shit is already blowing up around us. Bubba, go ahead, bro.
Kel'el is Kal-El, Superman from Krypton. Duncan Robinson, fuck yourself. Terry Rozier, fuck yourself. Tyler Herro, fuck yourself. Jaime Jaquez is a pendejo. Jimmy Butler, Herro who was left on the cross. We're so sorry, man. And bro, unless Luigi gets freed and makes an appearance at the Casillas Center at the general manager's office, we're not going fucking very far.
Brother,
so free Luigi.
When they release GTA 6, I got us. Okay? I got us, bro. We going crazy. Barack, final words.
Back to you, Jamal.
I hate that fucking. I hate him. I tried to kick his ass and then he left. I hate him. Damn. In this shit with some real nigga words of inspiration.
Hey man.
It's time for
Kendall's Negro Stat of the Night.
Presented by Simple Health Advisors.
They do not sponsor us, but yeah, let me just.
That boy blew us up in December. He good.
Yeah, like my final words: 15 seconds of greatness.
Oh yeah, we packing somebody up tonight. Hey, come on in, take your shoes off before we close the door. Few rules, heat packing the air. We about to blow. This the basement, ain't nobody safe. You are. Hey, yeah, dough, play off, yeah. He done five. Play off Jimmy, play off Jimmy. We still winning, we still in it.